Life is hard and sometimes you just can't get away from a bit of action. Luckily, some people are lucky enough to land in some different type of action in between it all. Number 10.
やっぱり私が8で、あんたが2だわ。
Quick hacking into the fray, let's start with Cyberpunk Edgerunners. In between cybernetic shootouts and high-tech escapades, it pays to have a loving embrace to come back to once in a while. Thankfully for this kid, Lucy is as perfect a femme fatale as you can ask for. Well, minus the malicious manipulation, of course. Lucy is, after all, just like us, deep inside, a certified to-the-bone simp. And while she is a badass you wouldn't want to miss out on your side, we aren't just here to kick ass, we also want to, look at it or something. Unless you're David, I guess he probably does plenty of other things with it. Goddamn, David's a lucky dude.
まさか泥棒だったとは。
どっかで会った？
いや、多分初めて。
Watch out though, this isn't just a mindless action series with babes and pals for the fun of it. This series is thick with complex characters and it's all there to charge up quite an emotional bang.
リアルな設定だと熱すぎてやばいから、人が感じて大丈夫なくらいにはセーブしてるわ。オフにする？
面白いからこれでいい。
何その格好。
Number 9.
そろそろ終わりにした方がいいと思うけど。ホラー映画かよ。
先輩、何を？
バケツだよ。
Making a bloody unpleasant entrance, we have Beyond the Boundary. Bloody sword fights and a cute girl in glasses, what more else do I gotta say? Well, this whole shebang starts with Mirai wanting to spill some Akihito blood the guy's just too nice not to fall in love with. Also, he buys her food.
メガネが大好きです。
不愉快です。
あっ。君。
The anime itself is jam-packed with action, mystery, and even more mystery. Honestly, this is a great action romance anime, but if you want the full romantic action, then you have to watch the movies too. Though I guess you don't have much choice anyway since the anime ends pretty abruptly.
どこから来てんだよ。くらえ。
Number 8.
スポーツドリンクだけど。
じゃなくて関節キス。
僕が口つけたのなんて嫌だよね。ごめん。
別に嫌だなんて言ってないでしょ。むしろ逆っていうか。
Flaming on, let's move on to Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Speaking of epic sword fights, the only thing that could make Lethal Steel even better is tournament-style combat. Iki doesn't have a cool blade to worry about though, cause Stella is one fiery vixen to have looking out for him. Indeed, these two have amazing chemistry just from the start. While Stella may seem the typical tsundere, Iki's Chad behavior lends to sweet interactions that quickly sealed the deal.
生きる力の全てを1分に凝縮して絞り尽くす。これが僕の編み出したノーブルアーツ。僕の最強をもって君の最強を打ち破る。
These two clearly love each other and they do a good job reminding you of that every step of the way. Of course, aside from that, there's some amazing action in this anime. And every fight isn't simply about beating up an opponent, but instead growing as a person and understanding the other. Which I guess makes it all the more poetic that these two had a fight at pretty much their first interaction.
何でも言うこと聞かせればいいじゃない。エッチな命令聞かせればいいじゃない。変態、バカ、大嫌い。
Number 7.
人間？
あの格好どう見ても平民。
ああ、平民だね。間違いなく。
こんなのが神聖で美しく。
Blowing the room up next, we have the familiar of Zero. Pretty much a staple of our channel at this point, Louise and Saito's relationship proves love can be shown in all sorts of ways. Of course, just like Louise, our favorite usually comes with just the right amount of pain. If you really think about it, before her boy toy came isekaiing into her life, Louise was destined to live a life of a true Zero. It's a bit weird saying the perverted otaku boy is the one who helped this noble magic girl find her place in life, but seeing as that place usually involves giving a smackdown, it seems just about right to me.
注目を持ちて我が要求に答えよ。おかしいな。
Enough about love and bruises though. Louise is a sweet girl at heart who doesn't lack in giving some real love. The anime itself also provides a classic fantasy setting with surprisingly good action and a deepening plot over its multiple seasons.
当たり前じゃない。何考えてんのよ。
泣いてんのか。
泣くわけないでしょ。
だから言ってって言ってんだろうが。
Number 6.
山の神、我に力を。
Locked and loaded at number 6, next up is Braves of the Six Flowers. Jam-packed with mystery and fantasy action, it takes a while for the romantic flowers of this anime to bloom into recognition. If you are able to make it to the end, you'll finally be gifted with the unraveling of one of the most revealing waifus in a while, Flamey. I mean, seriously, what in the world is this getup? Whatever the case though, she is strikingly beautiful as she is deadly. So I guess I can't fault the guy for falling in love on the job and letting his feelings be known even as so much craziness is going down.
ずっとお前が好きだった。はっきり気づいたのは今だけどな。だが初めて見た時からこの気持ちは変わらない。フレミ、俺はお前が好きなんだ。
I can't wait to see even more of this precious relationship develop as they go to save the world. Wait, what do you mean there's no new season?
彼女が敵よ。楽しかったですよ。アドレッドさん。では、あなたを殺します。
Alright, how are you liking the action so far? I like watching some romance anime myself, but it's the romantic bits in these action anime that really make for some unforgettable moments. Do you have any action anime in mind that got your cheeks flushed? Let us know in the comments down below. We always love to hear it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure to like and share the video if you can. It really helps us out a lot. Number 5.
あのめんどくさい男、とっとと踏んづかまなさい。
その後を好きにどうぞってな。
Releasing all the fiery love she's got, we have Shakugan no Shana. Another entry graces us with the presence of the tsundere queen herself, but this time things are really heating up. This is a pretty classic anime, but if you don't know, this is pretty much Bleach, but like sadder. And by Bleach, I mean back when Ichigo was still hanging around Japan. Instead of Soul Reapers, we have Flame Hazes, and unlike Rukia, Shana actually gets the dude in the end, even if she is infinitely more annoying.
それでも好き。誰よりも好き。どんな勝手をしても私は悪いと思ったら止める。
Though I guess even that doesn't stop me from liking her so much that I've added melon buns to my favorite foods. That romance alone makes this entire saga worth a watch, but believe me when I say they don't make these like they used to. Honestly, it's closer to Jujutsu Kaisen with its expansive cast and deep lore, except this time Yuji might actually win.
いいのに
平井さんの統治、シャナ。
うるさい、うるさい、うるさい。
Number 4.
彼女が邪魔使いのアイシェラです、テオ様。
テオ様？
Gathering up the troops for war, up next is Record of Grancrest War. All is fair in love and war, or at least it is in this anime. I mean, Theo just stole a kiss from Saluka in front of everyone. Saluka is hot as hell and she has the magical prowess to back it up. I'd join any war if it meant I'd get a girl as hot as Saluka.
世はあの女が苦手だ。
存じております。帰って来られた時には殿下の好物を取り揃えておきますゆえ。
そうか。
In this anime filled with warfare and politics, there's sure as hell still time to remind ourselves what the purpose of all this is. And that's to hug your waifus as close as you possibly can. Saluka's a lucky lady, already having a retirement plan after the war.
飾るは大地。しかしながらそれは不変にあらず。海は陸となり、陸は山となる。そそり立て
Number 3.
プってことだね。
少しニュアンスは違うんだけど。
どうして？
できれば優しく。
Continuing to live a life of poverty, let's get into Engage Kiss. What would you do if your man is struggling to make ends meet and always away for work with a haughty older woman who happens to be his ex? Well, you could break into his home and make him dinner for one, or make out with him in the pretense of getting charged up. However, it may look Kisara has her hands full with this money-bleeding bum. At least they're both badasses who hunt demons for a living. Gotta make some money somehow. Thankfully, Kisara is well-equipped to be Shu's manic pixie dream girl, or rather, demon. And yes, that makes her even cuter. Where's my Kisara?
なら、今ここに約束の証を。
それって。
合鍵。
は？
合鍵！シュウ君の部屋の。
Will she successfully scare away the homewreckers? Will Shu finally listen and stop spending all their money? Well, if there's a yandere, there's sure as hell gonna be a way, as they say. Number 2.
魔術の研究ばかりでそういった欲求を満たすことは考えてなかったが、まさか恋した少女が作ってくれるなんて。
Wielding all the power elf-loving otakus wish they had, here's an archdemon's dilemma: how to love your elf bride. What a mouthful. We've all at some point yearned for the loving presence of an elf waifu, right? I'm not the only one. Right? So when Zagan came across a beautiful elf Nephilia up for auction, he did what any one of us mortal men would do: offer a ridiculous amount of money to scare away any other bidders. And just like that, an elf waifu was acquired. And who wouldn't want this adorable elf maid at their side? She cares, she cooks, and most importantly, she cries. Well, maybe that last one isn't that important. I swear I'm not into that.
はい。おはようございます。ご主人様。
挨拶はちゃんとしてくれるんだな。あれ？おはようって言ってもらったらなんて返すんだっけ？
What matters is that Nephilia wants to do right by this all-powerful owner, even if it comes at her own expense. Everyone asks how to love your elf bride. Nobody ever asks how your elf bride will love you. If it's for my elf bride, I'd even become a demon king. Wait, that's a different anime.
魔法陣の主導権をこちらで奪った。これはもうお前の魔法陣じゃない。
Number 1.
正直恋も愛もわからないが、僕が本気だということは示せる。ラーベ、僕の妻に祝福を。
Obliterating everything in the way of a good life, our final entry is the do-over damsel conquers the dragon emperor. While this list hasn't been short on badass gals, Jill is no damsel and likely takes a cake as she has no worries punching through armies of men all at once. Now, this time it isn't necessarily to get the Prince Charming. I mean, he's already creepily deep into that hole all by himself. Indeed, this Prince Charming has a very peculiar taste in women. Specifically, they have to not yet be women. Yeah, it's weird, but everyone has nice things at heart. mutual benefits and all. Or at least I like to think so.
これで君は僕から離れられない。そう、僕らはクロワッサンで結ばれた夫婦になるんだ。
そんなバカな夫婦があるか。
As it typically goes, even this ill-brained royal eventually does enough to capture the affection of our small but terrible Jill. Let's hope these two find some healthy balance in their love for one another eventually, though. Hopefully.
あなたの妻です。夫の非常時に妻が動かないなど。陛下？
動機が心配ない。こんな時になんだが、僕は君にたくさんのケーキとパンを作りたい。
And that is all for today's episode. These action romance anime really got me itching to go and get my heart pumping. If you felt anything like that, how about leaving a super thanks on this video? It'll help us in winning the good fight for you guys. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Like and share this video to show your support, and please don't be shy to join the comments down below. We'd love to have you. Till next time.